Hello and welcome to another Raggy's Beers, Wines and Spirits review from the beer room, or as it is also known as my shed. So today I'm going to be reviewing Wood's Shropshire Lad, and this is a 4.5% offering, and it's part of Morrison's new range review. And on the back, in nicely written words, actually tells you all about it, which I like, because you go to a supermarket, you pick up a beer, and if you've never heard of that beer before, you look at it and you think, does that sound okay or not? And then there's a bit of a story on the back, or tells you what it actually tastes of, and then you can make your mind up better. And that's my opinion anyway. Do I care about anybody else's opinions? Not really, no. So anyway, let's pour one out. So yeah, I picked this up on Saturday after doing my only bit of private work that I do. A couple of jobs I do, looking after two old people's gardens. And I had to double check first that he actually wanted me to come round, because I would never go anywhere where, and I kept well away anyway, although he kept coming close to me. But he's an ex-vet, so he's not, he knows his stuff. And he says the government are over-exaggerating, but I don't think so somehow. So good lacing round the edge. Chestnutty pour. White head. And from the website, so that's where I'm quoting. So it was first brewed in 1996. So we've got a 24-year-old beer that's just made itself into the Nationals, which is great news for Wood's Brewery. And I've never seen it before in any supermarkets. It's being a beer fan more than the reviewer. Beer fan definitely. I've not come across it before, and I near enough recognise every single beer that I've had. My daughter can go to shops and she'll rattle off all the beers, and I know I ain't had them, or if I have had them. But anyway, first brewed in 1996 to celebrate the centenary of the first publication of A Shropshire Lad by A.H. Houseman. This 4.5% premium bitter was an instant hit. Well-rounded, malty flavour, sweetish overtones followed by a subtle bitterness and fruity notes from the infusion of traditional hops from the neighbouring hop fields of Herefordshire and Worcestershire. Herefordshire, obviously well known for cider. Hops are Fuggles and Golding, malt is pale, crystal and chocolate, and that's where the phone goes off. And now it's just down to the what I see. They've got that smell of a traditional beer, malty, with a little bit of fruit in there. Right, let's get it down then. Oh, that's got a nice twang to it. There's a place for all beers. It's not just for the sours and the hoppy beers, and there's a place for all beers. And some of the best beers are some of those that have been around for ages and have still got, incredible taste. To quote another firm's beer, and these days we should all be supporting every brewery we can if we can help it. If we've got the pennies to, obviously. But Adnam's Broadside is an old beer that has astounding taste. And like I'm saying, the older beers, even if they've been around a few years, teach these young beers a little, some tricks. Hence why most of the beers in shops, whether it's because the supermarkets don't move away from their traditional bigger beers, unless they've paid for the spots, obviously, and that does happen. Yes, I didn't know anything about that until somebody in Sainsbury's says, oh yeah, the company pays to have their products on the end of the aisles. And I'm like, what? I just thought it was the Sainsbury's, but it's done like 6 months in advance, where they do a deal to have their products on the aisles. And, and you're like, I didn't know, I've never known this. Hence why the reps, when they come round, if you ever worked in the supermarket, the reps make sure that their products are as... They'll even go into the delivery to make sure that their plinths are absolutely looking spot on. Then they set photographs. And then they get paid for doing that. So Not a bad job if you can get it, I suppose, especially if you're getting paid enough for it. So yeah, definitely nice beer. Definitely we're going down the traditional road here. So, beers that this is similar to in some ways. Oh, if you like London Pride, Old Speckled M, John Smith's, Guinness, any of them beers, then this is a beer that you'll take to straight away. So I'm sat at home today. Got up at, what time do we get up? 10 to 9. Because I'm only paid now to go in as a what's the name? Key worker, but I'm only paid to go in as at the moment anyway, just to get the gas lamps on Nottingham's Park Estate done. Until they start saying that you need to come in more regular. But hey, if I'm getting days off for nothing, who am I to complain? Oh, that's got a nice taste to it. So I reviewed Shropshire Last the other day. That was more of a modern, citrusy tasting beer, if I can remember rightly. I drink that much beer, it's hard to remember sometimes. And this is definitely this is definitely aimed more at the blokes really in a lot of ways, because it's a more malty beer, and definitely traditional, and not bad too. Yeah, so I'm on the computer, catching up with internet work. Oh, it's gone on 5 minutes already. I've got a battery on this camcorder, and it goes, all of a sudden it goes from 9 minutes down to 5 minutes in one foul swoop. So there I am enjoying a review, just chatting away, and then all of a sudden I'm going to have to drink like a muppet to get it down me. But yeah, catching up with my internet, because I've run a website for 20 years, dcmu.co.uk, known as Ragster, hence Raggy's Beers, Wines and Spirits Reviews, using my name, and catching up on all my news on there, because it brings a little bit of revenue in, which in this day and age we all need a little bit of bringing in, don't we? And not often though, not often enough, that's for sure. And I used to get offers of free game consoles and all sorts to review at one stage. They were great days. And nowadays I get that big country estate, you know, Fork and Hall. Yes, yeah, they were the days. Hey, oh well. Like most things, there are trends, and trends take over. At the moment we're in a massive gin trend, and craft ciders and craft beers. What will be the next trend? It'll come down sooner or later. I mean, this will be the summer where a lot of people drink a lot of beer at home, and then there'll be the biggest party ever. You imagine, hopefully less than 6 months. If you're going to fast track a vaccine, you want to fast track it quickly. Get it done, get it testing done, help save lives, and then have the biggest party. Can you imagine the parties and the fireworks when we all come out of this? Wow, it's going to be great. Now this is a beer, it's quite cold in here. It's, what is it? About 10 degrees I think. So it's obviously a bit cool in here. But this for me is a beer that can be drink cool as it is now, but also warmer, which brings out more of the complex flavours. Always seems to be that the warmer you drink beer, that the more complex the flavours are that come out. And fair play to Woods this morning on their Facebook page, you got me. I'm looking, because obviously on my Facebook feed I have loads of breweries. I'm looking through breweries, just taking note of what's out there, and if I see any interesting competitions I'll share it to my Facebook page. And they got me, didn't they, with a new beer called Alone. And I'm thinking, oh, that's a good beer. When's this coming to shops then? And obviously it was April Fool's, wasn't it? So I've done my usual April Fool's joke where the government are going to have a new commentator on the Daily Post about the coronavirus, and his name's Olaf Pro, so you've got to join him in, haven't you? So anyway, I'm nearly at death's door. Battery's going to go. Lovely malty flavours on this. Malt all the way through and on the nose. A lovely bit of fruitiness in there. What it is, a very nice traditional beer. Will appease a lot of the older drinkers and traditional beer fans. At 4.3 out of 5. Yeah, very nice. And at the moment, national at Morrison's. Hey Morrison's, send me some freebies. I doubt it. Never chance. Anyway, stay safe and have a good time. And if you're off work, chill out, watch a bit of film, drink a bit of beer and love life. Cheers.